Thank you for returning back to my channel. This is your girl Ruthie. I'm sorry that I've been MIA. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it all the way back. Sorry that I've been MIA. Okay, first I want to talk about some things that have been on my mind that I want to discuss. On a serious note, I want to offer my condolences to the families that lost their loved ones to this beast of a virus. It's an ugly virus. It has no numbers to it. It has no names to it. It has no address to it. It has no ethnicity to it. Black or white, rich, poor, it doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't care. It offers no apologies to anyone. It's unapologetic. It's a beast. I want to offer my condolences to the families that are infected with this virus currently, that are still, thank God are still here. And I hope that God be with you and you continue to stay strong and continue to hang in there for your family. What I do want to talk about, New York City is strong. We have a high rate of coronavirus, but we're a strong city. We are tough, we are smart. Some of us do some crazy stuff, but for the most part of it, we're tough people. And we will get past this like we did 9/11. We will come out better than we were in 2008 when we had a deficit. We will come back out of this coronavirus, and we will be better than we were before. I do believe that. My other concern, because when we talk about test, and we talk about so many facilities that are open up, you got over 700 facilities for people to come and have a test, or to take a test, excuse me. Okay, that's great. And that's phenomenal that these sites and these facilities are open now for us to take a test. Okay, but let's say that now we did take the test and now we are infected with this beast of a virus that, again, has no address, no names, black, white, poor, rich, doesn't matter your background. We take a test. Now, we take the test. Okay, we're talking about, because you said, we did the rate of transmission, or RT. We talk about the virus hitting us, Black Americans, right? And you talk about the poverty and in poverty areas. If we know that we have a major issue in these poverty areas, when you keep talking about having a test done and having a test completed, okay, let's entertain this for a second. We're not sick enough to be hospitalized. Okay, that's one. So they send you home with medication. Now you're sick enough that you have to be isolated. But now when you're isolated, you're not supposed to be around other individuals, including your family. Okay, so I want you to understand this. We have to go home and we have to be with our families. So I want you to understand where I'm coming at now. Now when we go home, we with our families. Now these are poverty areas because that's what you stated. And that's what statistics shows, where the virus is at. So now we go home and we have to be isolated. But now we're supposed to be isolated with our families. Some of us don't have the pleasure of being isolated in a room. You don't have the pleasure of being isolated in a basement. You don't have the pleasure or the funds to be isolated at a hotel or in your own or in another home. These are poverty areas, so you must understand that. So some of these areas already have 7 to 8 family members in a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment. How is it possible for them to be isolated and they're in a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment when you're already overcrowded? And these are the poverty areas. So when we keep talking about test, we understand that, yes, that some people have these arrogance about them and non-believers, where they don't think that the virus hit this age group or this ethnicity. It hits us all. The lack of understanding or information to these other individuals. However, we understand that there are people that don't have on a mask, that don't wear gloves, that don't wash their hands, that don't have sanitizers. We understand that. But those that do and go home and you go home to this 1 or 2 bedroom apartment where you have 7, 8 people in it, how are you supposed to isolate yourself without spreading it to the rest of your family members? So when we talk about test, we have to come up with another strategic plan that works for everyone. Because like always, it's us who get left out of all the plans and all the programs that are implemented. We're the ones that get cut short. So when we continue to talk about taking a test, no, come out with some kind of strategic plan that works for everyone, that we're able to benefit off it, and that we're able to live to see another day. We're able to live to be with our family another day. We're able to go back, whether it's to employment or whether your entrepreneurships or whatever it is that people are doing. But we want to live to see another day. You want to live to see another second, minute, hour, day. You want to live. And this beast takes everyone out. So we have to come up with another plan other than test. We need a cure, or we need something else that works for us, because we're getting left out of all the plans. And Governor, you're doing an excellent job. I don't want to discredit you on anything, because you're doing a fabulous job, a phenomenal job. Get some black people on your panel, because I do not see no black people on your panel. I am qualified. Do give me a call. I can do the job. I am qualified. We want you to understand, we need someone that speaks on our behalf. You can't have people speak on our behalf when you don't live in the neighborhoods, when you're not from those neighborhoods. You can't speak about what's going on in these neighborhoods. You're not from the neighborhoods. Get someone that's from the neighborhood, that in the neighborhood, that resides in the neighborhood, work in the neighborhood, or has family in the neighborhood. That's how you find out what's going on in these poverty areas. Not make the assumptions. And black people that came from poverty and came from these areas, so that we can explain to you what's going on in these areas, what needs to be done, how can we approach it, what are we coming up with, and let's try to stick to that. But it has to be something other than test. You're a fabulous governor. You're doing an excellent job providing information. But this information that we getting, we seem to be eliminated out of all of that. And sometimes people have the proclivities to forget African Americans. And you can give me a call. You can look me up. I'm qualified for your job. So I want to bring it back again. So that was one issue. The second issue I wanted to speak about is that I also want to talk about those in the front line. You know, our nurses, our doctors, our EMT workers, our police officers, transit, MTA, the buses. They doing a fabulous job, because they encounter hundreds and thousands of people per day. You go in the room, and 9 out of 10, you seeing not one patient, you seeing numerous patients throughout the day, thousands. And these patients are infected with the virus. Some have spread it to their lungs, some have pneumonia, some on their way going out. And these doctors are at the front line, these nurses are on the front line. And my heart goes to them, because mentally, emotionally, psychologically, it has to be overwhelming and overbearing at times. And I don't want people to forget them. I don't want, when this is over with, that people forget these people on the front line, because they need to be recognized at all times. And they need to be recognized from this day forward, because they have put their life on the line every single day. They can't go in those rooms. They confront these people that are positive with this coronavirus, and they provide excellent care. And we want to not forget them. And I hope that they continue to do something for these people that are on the front line. I'm getting overwhelmed just thinking about them, and how they have to come up every day and go back. And you don't know if you're gonna get infected. You don't know, you're thinking about your family, you're thinking about yourself, but yet it's your duty and your responsibility to go in there and perform excellent patient care to these people. And I just applaud you. I so applaud you. And may God continue to bless y'all and be with you and have favor on your life. I also want to talk about the third thing I wanted to speak in regard to is that people from this day forward, we have to come up with the new normal ways are different than what we ever experienced in my entire life. And I applaud these children. I don't want to forget them because these children are the 2000, the millennium children. I feel bad for them. These kids that are in teenagers and down because this is hard. And when you have to be isolated in your home and you don't want to be a carrier and bring it back to your loved one. And so a part of our new normal, we have to embrace it. And it's hard wearing a mask every day. People that got asthma, people got upper respiratory issues, they can understand. It's hard putting on a mask daily because you need oxygen. You need air. And it's hard to put this mask on your face daily and have it on for a certain period of hours throughout the day. But this is a part of our new normal life. And like the governor said, I don't pray that we don't go backwards, that we continue to go forward and we strive to go forward. And we try to be better and we try to be more protective of ourselves, our families, and be more concerned about other individuals and their life. This is a global thing. This is worldwide, and we all need to be concerned about each other. You need to be concerned about your neighbors, not only just your family, but your neighbors, your co-workers, your employees, your employers. You need to be responsible and concerned about everyone. Put on the mask. It works. I think it works. We have been into this thing since March, and thank God I have not had any issues thus far. I am out every single day. Sometimes it is challenging. Sometimes it is, fear kicks in. Just sometimes, sometimes, if it's a little crowded or areas, you feel a little bit overwhelmed. And I know that's gonna happen at times because nobody wants to get the virus. We don't want to get the virus. And you want to not get the virus and you don't want to spread it to your family or your loved ones or your co-workers or anyone. You don't want to spread it to anyone. But we need to come up with some better action, some better strategic planning and how we can go forward in our new normal life and what's going to help us, because we cannot keep being on the back burner where no one is concerned about African American people, Black American people. We need to have people that care about us as well. We have families, we work, conductive citizens in this society, and we need someone to be concerned about us as well and take action to prevent this virus from taking over our communities. And I hope plans and changes are made that we can all benefit from. So with that being said, this was a challenging video because I have to mentally and emotionally, it's overwhelming. And I have to periodically get control of my emotions and what I'm feeling, because I feel for the poverty community. I feel for Black Americans because we seem to always get lost. I feel bad for the frontliners, the people that are in the front line. So the video was challenging just to upload this video, but the one thing that I need, and I hope that it comes out of me uploading this video, is that awareness and a little bit more knowledge to our background, our community, and understand how we feel. So with that being said, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button, thumbs up, and let's make it do what it do. And let's enjoy some videos that are definitely coming out. Thank you.